A massive attention on the court complex behind me this morning. Just by my side along this entire road next to me, there are something like 25 to 30 camera crews, not just from India but from across the world, because of course this was a case that riveted and shocked India, but also made headlines across the world when it happened last December. Now, within the past half hour or so, the four main accused have been brought here in a prison van under heavy security and have been taken inside that court complex behind me. We were expecting the verdict at around this time, but just a few minutes earlier, one of the defense lawyers came out of the courtroom and said that the verdict had been delayed. It's now expected within the next couple of hours. We're still not sure why, but that's the latest from the courtroom. But yes, as you can imagine, a lot of people waiting anxiously to see what will happen today, and more importantly, what is the sentence that will be handed out. Also expected in court today are the parents of that 23-year-old woman. We spoke to them yesterday. They said they haven't been able to sleep at night in the days leading up to this verdict. They were bitterly disappointed earlier this month when a verdict was handed out against the youngest member among the attackers, a teenager who was given a juvenile sentence of 3 years, the maximum possible. They said at the time how disappointed they were. This time they want the maximum allowable punishment, which of course is the death penalty.
What is being done by the government to crack down on sexual violence against women?
Well, Sally, if you recall, in the days and weeks that followed this attack in December, there were massive, angry public protests, at times violent protests across India. People just very, very angry, not just at this case, but it was something like, absolute frustration nationally over the way women are treated. And that prompted the government to change the law. The definition of what constituted rape and sexual assault has been broadened to bring in other offences such as stalking and voyeurism. And of course the penalties are much stronger now. You can get the death penalty in extreme cases. But if you pick up the newspaper on any day, you still see almost on a daily basis cases of assault, of rape. There was a very similar case reported from Mumbai a few weeks ago when a young journalist was gang raped when she was out on assignment in broad daylight, in a case very similar to this one. And a new statistic that's emerged from the government shows that every 20 minutes somewhere in India a woman gets raped. Now, some people say this is because more and more women are coming forward to report cases of sexual abuse because they're encouraged by the public, support they've been getting, and by the stance that the authorities are taking. But whichever way you look at it, one thing is very clear, that women in India continue to find it very, very difficult, and at times it's very unsafe.